Hello and welcome to Throwdown Thursdays. My name is David and I'm joined today by my good friend and fellow teammate Ashley.
Hello.
And today we are playing Carcassonne yet again.
Woo.
This time we're playing with Ashley, James and Lewis. In our last video we played with the river expansion. This time we're not. And we're just simply playing with robbers and knights just on the castles and roads. No farmers, because I feel like our group isn't really ready for farmers yet.
Nah, it gets too intense with farmers.
It does, definitely. It becomes a different kind of thinking game. So you've straight off gone for the castle on the starting tile. Lewis trying to get in there, and James, you all kind of want to get into this one castle.
Trying to steal my castle instantly, but I block off Lewis instantly.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to share with, one person, but sharing with everybody on the board, it just kind of leaves you in kind of the same position sort of thing. And already it's been scored. That's another 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points. It's very nice. And Lewis is just stuck there on his own. I hate that tile. When you stick it there, you've got no option but to think to yourself, that castle's never going to be finished. Yeah. That's 5 spaces he needs to corner it off. There's you trying to sneak in already.
Oh, of course. Me and Lewis always have a little grudge when we play these kind of games.
Lewis is an aggressive player. He loves going in for big castles, loves sneaking in on everybody's castles. And James just giving up the opportunity to try and sneak in himself, or even take the castle that's at the top there, giving him an extra point. He decides he's just going to do his own thing. Now Lewis kind of setting a tile there that's going to make it difficult for you to try and get in onto the castle. There's only, I think, maybe 2 or 3 tiles that could actually go there.
Oh yeah, it's going to make it very difficult for me to get into that castle now. But I won't give up. I'll fight Lewis to the end.
Perseverance, that's what it is.
No, I do much prefer this game without the river expansion. It already is just a much more interesting game already.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's already trying to battle for castles and everything. You see yourself there trying to sneak in again. All you need is one tile.
Yep, one tile.
And it will be yours. You'll be in on it. Lewis just
trying to take it back again.
Yeah, he's trying to get some backup. You need a tile that will stop him completely from getting into it. So now at the moment you share, which is nice.
Yeah, found that piece that I needed.
I'm trying to think. There's only a couple of pieces that you could place to corner it off just for yourself. And James finally taking a road.
A nice couple of points there ready for him with that road as well.
Yeah. Yeah, now it's definitely going to be hard for you guys to connect. And if you do connect, then Lewis is going to be on there as well. There's nowhere else you could have really stuck that one. You could have stuck it at the top there just to stop it from anyone else from getting extra points, but I don't think that really would have mattered.
Rather take the early 4 points.
Yeah, exactly. Because if it does so happens that he does overthrow you on the castle, you need to get, you don't want to fall too far behind.
No, definitely not.
James finishing off his first castle, or his second castle all on his own though. So himself a nice 12 points, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 points.
Yeah, gets him ahead nicely as well.
Yeah, definitely. 22 points.
Makes a lot better plays in this game.
Yeah, he does actually.
To James.
Yeah. It's funny actually, this is one of the first videos we recorded, so every video afterwards he just got subsequently, he just got worse. He started off as a good player, and then it just went all downhill for him, bless him. He's got himself another 4 points in the castle. I think as long as he's not interested in trying to get involved in your castle, he can focus on making smaller castles for himself. Maybe push himself ahead. Maybe that was his mindset.
Yeah, and the first cathedral shows itself.
Yeah. Stuck in a nice 5 points for him. Nowhere else really you could have put it really.
No, I can't see anywhere else you could maximise points there. It's definitely
and it's
one of the best places.
It's on the corner as well, so he's got loads of time as well to complete it. Whose turn is it? It's Lewis's turn. He's taking his time.
The castle's getting ever bigger.
It really is. If you can connect it, Ashley, that's big boy points.
Yeah, I could have connected it earlier, but I was willing just to hold out for a bit and try and make my own castle.
Yeah, you could have used that
one.
one
at the top there.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I thought I'd just venture out on my own instead of adding to this never-ending castle.
Exactly. The thing is, if this castle does get complete, obviously now you guys share the points now on this one. But if it does get complete quite early, you need to then have another castle ready, sort of thing, so you can put yourself further ahead of Lewis. If this gets completed, you're both kind of... At the moment, you're several points in front of him. You're around 14 points in front of him.
Yeah.
So if you share it, you need to have points elsewhere that you're definitely going to hopefully surpass him. He stuck a monastery up there. I mean, could he really have placed it down here next to his other one? Maybe put it sideways and try and connect the road sort of thing?
Possibly, but up there he's already maximising his points with that play. Down there, if he'd have played it anywhere, he'd have been getting 5 points at the max.
Yeah, that's true.
Up there he's already got the 6 points, so you might as well optimise somewhere else if you can sometimes.
Yeah. It's going to be very hard to try and take over that castle, sticking 3 meeples on it. That's probably why you keep one of your meeples for so long, just in case that opportunity comes that you can try and sneak in and take the whole castle.
Yeah.
And Lewis cornering it off now. You still got that piece up here. It's very, very difficult to actually find a piece like that. I think there is actually just 1 or 2 pieces now.
I think the piece actually is already gone, from what I can see.
There's this one here.
And this one here.
Oh, yeah.
Is already gone as well, which I
damn.
believe is the only other piece that could actually help out.
Well, you can get as many points as this. Around, I can't even count that, it's 22 points. And Lewis actually has a meeple now. He could have easily stuck a meeple on that castle, and then later on possibly connected the castle, and then 3 meeples to 2. He would have taken full control of that. But that wasn't edited either. We waited for him to do nothing. So you just carried on with your turn. He obviously forgot he had a meeple, or I'm not too sure.
I think at that point, the castle is so big, and realistically, is it ever going to finish? We've got, well, you can see that we've got 20 odd tiles left. Does he really want to use his last meeple that he probably knows he's never going to get back for the rest of the game?
Yeah, it's true.
And use it somewhere else to optimise points
There's always that
better on the board. So
I guess you've got to think of the long term as well, haven't you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, James getting his second monastery up there. He's only got 1 more tile until he completes it. And that'll be a nice 18 points for him for both of them. Looks like James is gonna... I'm trying to think. Now, James doesn't have that many points on the board at the moment, so hopefully if you guys can get more onto this castle, you can surpass him. You're only 3 points behind him at the moment. As you can see, it continues to get bigger. I can't even count how many points. Maybe 24 points.
There's so many points.
Yeah, there's loads of points because you've got so many emblems as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 emblems there. 2, 4. Yeah, and then obviously the tiles themselves. James hoping that he can sneak in on that castle.
Yeah, creeping ever
closer
to my castle then.
And then you decide to connect the points.
Yeah, I mean at this point in the game we've got 13 tiles left. I'm 7 points behind him. I'm looking at the points I've got on the board at the moment, and I'm thinking I can actually catch up to him here. If I can just get further away from Lewis, which is going to help me out a bit. As you can see now, the castle's getting even more bigger. So that's kind of my play there. I mean, I wouldn't normally ever connect onto someone else's castle to help them out.
Exactly.
But just looking on that board, I've got a lot of points out there at the moment, so I've riskily played and joined him in on my castle there. So he could share the points.
Yeah, you got an extra 4 points because of that. And obviously you only secured an extra 1, but like I said, you're so far ahead of Lewis right now. If you could hopefully, get a few more points somewhere else, you might be able to surpass James. He doesn't have that many points in comparison to you. Although it is very, very close.
Very close game.
And you've got another castle down there, sitting there, building up more points. You've got your monastery over there on the left.
Yeah.
There's still another monastery out there. Lewis got himself another quick 4 points on his road. Lewis is very aggressive with his meeples as well. He likes to get them out as soon as possible.
Oh, and there's the game ending play right there.
Yeah, 3 tiles left.
Absolutely amazing.
27 points. Skyrocketing. Look at that meeple go.
Oh, yeah. Straight past Lewis.
Yeah, straight past Lewis.
Leaves us all in the dust.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost disheartening. You think, why do I want to play anymore? Let's just leave it. They say that there's always that possibility that, it could be just like 1 or 2 points difference. So you just play out as best as you can.
1 tile left out there now.
And James taking his time, as he does.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out best place to place it. There's quite a few places you could have put it, but
yeah, I think
they all would have been roughly around the same points, to be fair.
Definitely, yeah.
So it's final score. You get a nice 24 points for that castle at the end, which is pretty nice, to be fair. You got 6 points on that monastery. I mean, would you have really played anything differently? Really, in all honesty, I mean, that castle at the top, you gave it to James. Obviously.
Yeah, I helped James. I'll give him some points there. I don't think I'd have played it any differently. You can't really predict that he's going to get that 3rd monastery and
exactly
take on all them points. It's insane.
Exactly. I mean, towards the end of the game as well, there's definitely no way of you actually calculating that kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah.
I mean, as you can see from there, he gets 19 points at the end of the game, and I got, 41?
Yeah, 41.
By the end of the game.
Yeah. But
so if he didn't get that last monastery, then
yeah,
I've taken that castle with me, James. I've won the game then.
Yeah, there's 11 less points for him if you never got that last monastery.
100%, yeah.
Which would have been nice for you. And Lewis bringing in the rear. He had actually got the most amount of points towards the end of the game. Obviously, during the whole game, he only had 14 points throughout the whole thing. 14 points on these monasteries as well, which is pretty nice, and shared that 24 points on that castle. But like I said, you had like 30 odd points before the end of the game. Lewis had only 14, so there's no way he was actually going to beat you.
No.
But James was very, very lucky with that last tile, the last monastery. So congratulations to him. There's nothing you thought, I wish I'd done this, wish I'd done this better, sort of thing. That last meeple that you had, you could have possibly stuck it over here and maybe scored an extra couple of more points.
Yeah.
Instead you stuck it over here on this castle.
Yeah, well, you never know. I could have finished the castle and could have got some points. So that's why I kind of veered off and just tried to make that little castle.
Yeah.
I mean, that tile here, I could have played it here.
Yeah.
And possibilities of me finishing it this side
yeah.
is actually more likely, but I didn't want to give Lewis the extra point there.
Yeah.
Would have given him the 9th point. I know he wasn't nowhere near me, but I just didn't want to give him the extra points there.
So many things to consider when playing this kind of game. And I think that's why we don't really play with farmers so much, because that just adds another layer of strategy that's a bit far too much, especially just for 70 odd tiles to lay.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that big castle you see in the middle there, with farmers, would not be there.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd see all these little castles dotted around.
Yeah.
And it's a lot more intense game with a farmer.
Yeah, maybe one day we'll play it.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot of fun.
Well, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.